How about a personal bodyguard in the palm of your hand? That's what our next guest does. She is the co-founder of a company called Solo Secure. Palvi Mawar. Palvi, welcome into Tomorrow. Glad to have you with us. How are you doing this evening here at the Showstoppers event?
Amazing. Amazing.
I have to say, not just because we have a great relationship with a lot of the folks we deal with, but certainly the Showstoppers folks, this event is far better attended than CES's own Unveiled the first night before press night. I mean, it was very empty.
Yep.
And another press event we dealt with, which was also somewhat empty, mostly empty. This is crowded. This is a good crowd, which is great for you.
Showstopper.
Yeah, it's I see what you did there. Which is great for you as exhibitors because you want to talk to us media types about what you're doing. So tell me a little bit about Solo Secure as a company, and then we'll show on video at intotomorrow.com the products.
Awesome. So think about in the future or coming future.
Or how about into tomorrow? Think about that.
Think about into tomorrow. Everybody's a celebrity. You have your own security detail that is smart, that is connected, and gives you state-of-the-art personal security without that price tag and accessible to everyone. So,
and you don't have to feed them or give them time off or sick time or vacations. I'm liking that already.
None of that. And they're smarter, right? So, and it is more holistic. So our tagline is Go Solo. We want to empower everyone to be able to go solo. But as you know, in changing times with shared economy, Tinder, who would have thought years ago that we'd get into a stranger's car?
Yeah,
right?
Good point. I mean, that's just even ride-sharing kind of issues,
exactly.
let alone a blind date from meeting on the internet.
Exactly.
Like
but
that's safe?
That's the world we're heading into.
Yeah.
And, people taking advice from TikTok.
Oh, but
right?
that's scary.
I've seen a video where they're like, oh, here's how you, maneuver out of a gun situation. And I said, no, you should not be listening to them.
No.
So I'm a parent. How do we educate the next generation? One is for them to know the difference between the right way to do things and the wrong way to do things. Second, when they are in a situation, what is the best way that we can equip them? And third, God forbid that they are in a situation, how do we get them the right help for victims? So we are building an holistic security ecosystem. So that means connecting hardware devices. So now I'm going to do the show and tell.
Oh, very good. So again, if you're listening on the radio, when you have a moment, visit us at intotomorrow.com, and you'll see the interview on video with Palvi from Solo Secure. So show us and Chris's camera very slowly. Tell us what this is.
Awesome. So this is a prototype, but essentially one of the self-defense products out there is a knife. Maybe not as popular as a spray, but it is one of the products that we have a prototype right now. So, but the most common reason where people don't use a knife or carry a knife is because that knife can be used against you.
Yeah.
Or I'm a parent, my kid might mistakenly play with it and get hurt. So we've come up with a patented biometric single-user knife. So only the owner of that knife can.
Go, and out pops a knife when you
not
put
a real one.
Of course not, but when you put your finger on the fingerprint reader, out pops a knife.
Yep. And if I am in a situation and my knife is knocked off, it goes in. It cannot be used by anybody other than me.
So it can't be used against you. If somebody wrestles it away from you, the knife comes right back into the device.
Comes right back in. So that gives me more confidence. I can protect myself without the worry. Secondly, it is a high-tech knife. I wish this was clear, but it is connected to an entire ecosystem. So there is an SOS feature, so you can call for help. Average rate of an SOS response in US is about 11 minutes. So the idea is you need to hold yourself at least until help can come on your way. So the device lets you hold yourself while you get the help that you need without having to make a call. And
so is that what we're seeing again on the video? We're seeing a fingerprint reader here, right? Which obviously is not letting the knife come out because I'm not registered. and a little like trigger mechanism that I see as a light too, which, oh, good, now that I found
well,
it's a demo.
Not programmed.
Right,
yes.
so there you go. So you see that there's a light. Now, is this trigger also something that then is what triggers for help, or can call for help, connecting with my phone, that sort of thing?
Absolutely.
Ah, very handy. So there's a knife, there's a light, and now I've got help on the way. Of course, in my case, help on the way is my ankle holster with my .38. But I'm a former police officer,
Okay.
so I tend to think that way. It's like, don't bring a knife to a gunfight, as they say.
Absolutely.
But now there are other devices as well, I guess,
yes.
similar that also or don't
Very
include
similar.
knives.
They're all biometric. These are just 3D printed.
Okay.
But a spray that, again, nobody else can use, but also doesn't spray on you.
Okay.
As we know, that's a very common problem.
Yeah, people spray themselves with a pepper spray or something.
Absolutely.
Or mace. Yeah.
So we're building in an air curtain that doesn't allow it to come back to you, that at least up to 30 miles per hour wind.
I like that. An air curtain.
An air curtain.
I like that.
In this small little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a taser. Similarly, they're all connected. They're all biometric. And now think about it, when we use such devices, most of the time, just like having a security sign outside your house, it deters people, you're not necessarily reporting that crime. Those are near misses. We are able to record all of that, and that data is very valuable in understanding what's happening in the world, where you have 300 near misses there, and the chances of something happening in that area is a lot higher, and we can prepare for it, and we can be proactive.
Now, one real quick thing I'm noticing even on your website, you talk about emotional IA. What is that? What does that mean?
Emotional artificial intelligence. So
so it's AI.
AI.
I have to fire another producer for putting down emotional IA. It's emotional AI, artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. That's, everybody's getting more and more familiar with it. But we have someone walking around with a drone. So we're expanding that ecosystem to be able to have drones being able to detect things like weapons if they are in the vicinity, sending that information, creating that situational awareness so that we know how to be more proactive, we know how to send the right response. And secondly, emotional AI coming into play, meaning even this knife has an accelerometer that can be read and understand, are you in a panic situation? Are you, in a fight where, it can detect that. It can also detect facial expressions. Are you in distress? Mm-hmm. Are you angry? Are you intoxicated? Again, providing all of that information to whether it's first responders or the person themselves or local security.
Gotcha. Well, Palvi, we appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. You got some cool things coming up. So Solo Secure is the company, and cleverly enough is the website, solosecure.com. We'll link you to it, of course, like all of our guests when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. Continued good luck to you guys. Let us know when actual product is available, and we're happy to share that with our audience as well.
That would be great. Awesome. Go solo.
Yeah, there you go. Solo. All righty. Dave Graveline bringing you further into tomorrow right here. Stay tuned on the Advanced Media Network.